In this video, we're going to be talking about SQL, but not just any piece of SQL. We're going to be talking about outer joins. Now, if you haven't watched the first video in my Learn SQL for Free video series, we are talking about left and right joins. Now, these type of joins are called outer joins, and they are two of the most common types of outer joins. But there is a third one, and it's called a full outer join or a full join. So, what does this join do? Well, let's talk about it. You see, the whole point of a SQL join is to combine two tables based on criteria. And oftentimes, that criteria can limit the rows that you get from either both or one table. What a full outer join does is it matches the rows where the criteria you specify is true, but then it keeps all the rows from both table A and table B. It ensures that you don't drop or lose any rows from your SQL query due to your join. And with that, let's jump into Microsoft SQL Server. Let's take a look at a quick example, and then let's try some practice problems together. Okay, so here we are logged into our SQL Server, and we're going to be covering an example where we're going to be full outer joining our order table and our order item table. And just a shout out, if you want to follow along with this video, or if you want a database set up exactly like mine, go watch the videos in my Learn SQL for Free video playlist, linked down in the video description. If you watch all the videos from start to finish, it'll show you how to get your database on your own personal computer set up exactly like mine. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's look at our example. So in our orders table, we have orders that do not have any rows in our order items table. And how do I know that? Well, if I go select star from SQL practice.dbo.orders, right, and I go as O, left join, and I'll go SQL practice.dbo.orders item as OI, and we'll go on O.order ID equals OI.order ID, and then I go where OI.order ID is null, I will get a ton of orders back. And these are orders that do not have a row in order item. So if I were to go ahead and I were to change this to an inner join, I would lose all of those orders. And since I know I have a data quality problem in my orders table where they don't have any rows in my orders items table, it's possible that I might have orders in my order items table that don't have a corresponding order in the order table, right? So here is where the full outer join comes in. What I can do is I can type a full join, right? And I can run it, and it'll return all rows from both tables. Where there's a match on order ID, right, it'll return the corresponding rows where they match. Where there's not a match, it'll keep the rows from both tables, but if there's, for example, rows in order item that don't have a corresponding order, it'll return nulls for all the rows from order, and vice versa. It'll keep the row from order and then return null where all the rows in order item essentially don't have a match in order ID. So what that means is I can use this to do a quick data quality check, right? So I could go where O.order ID is null, right? And it'll return all the rows, or in this case, all the orders in order item exist in the orders table, but I can also then change this to OI, where OI.order ID is null, and I essentially get those same rows that I did with a left join. So that's the real value of a full join. You're keeping all the rows from both tables. So we're keeping all the rows from orders and all the rows from order item. And with that, it's now time to do our practice problem. So here is practice problem number 1. We want to find all customers and orders they might have placed. And again, if you want to follow along with these practice problems or attempt them, go watch the earlier videos in the playlist down in the video description. But let's go ahead and try this. So pause the video now if you want to try it on your own. And then let's quickly solve it together. So we're going to find all customers and all orders they might have placed. So we're going to go select star from SQL practice .dbo .customers as C, and we're going to go on SQL practice .dbo .orders as O, and we're going to go, sorry, not on, full outer join. And then we're going to go on C dot customer ID equals O dot customer ID. And there we go. That is our solution to practice problem number 1. Okay, is that making sense? Well, let's go ahead and let's try practice problem number 2. Okay, we want to find all products and all order items. Okay, you ready for this one? It's going to be exactly like the one up above. So we're going to go select star from SQL practice. Oop, I'm going to mistype here. .dbo .products. We'll go as P. Full join, and we will go SQL practice .dbo .orders item as OI, and we'll go on P product ID equals OI product ID. And just like that, when we go ahead and we run just this query, all right, we're going to get all of our products, all of the order ID, and we're going to get any rows from product where there's an order ID, and we're going to get any rows from order ID or order items where there isn't a product in our product table. And just like that, you know how to use a full outer join in SQL. It's one of the more straightforward ones in my opinion, but I hope if it wasn't, you learned how to use it. All right. If you enjoyed this video and you like videos on SQL or Power BI or sometimes weird things I figure out how to do in Excel with Power BI, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm currently releasing probably like 3 to 4 videos a week, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it, and I'd love to have you join me for the journey. And with that, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.